Wait, you need to see this. A federal judge just blocked the arrest of Don Lemon, and the Attorney General is absolutely losing it. We're watching a massive legal showdown between the DOJ and a magistrate judge right now. This is getting intense.
There is a number, and it's called all of them. Yep, you bet. All of them. We're not going to allow criminal illegal aliens to walk the streets and have more Molly Tibbetts, Jacqueline Nungare's, and all the other ones. I mean, you're worried about numbers. I'm worried about the deaths of Americans. Let's talk about that a little bit. Maybe Jacqueline Nungare, what her last moments were like. How come we never talk about that? And you're worried about numbers. Wait, no, hold on. Numbers? Jacqueline Nungare. Numbers, but your numbers, Jacqueline Nungare, well, actually, we never hear about her or the other thousands of American citizens. I'm worried about that vastly more than a number or a date. We're going to make Mom and Pa America safe. President Trump is, Secretary Noem is, and we're going to get them all. Did that answer your question, sir?
Really quick.
Thank you.
Did you hear that? All of them. Commander Bovino isn't holding back. He basically just told the press that the federal government is planning to round up every single person on their list, no exceptions. You can see the tension in the room. The media is asking for numbers and quotas, and he's giving them a total zero tolerance answer. This Operation Metro Surge in Minnesota is turning into one of the biggest federal crackdowns we've seen in decades. It's a complete shift in how federal agencies are interacting with local sanctuary cities.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps.
Look at the chaos in the background of this church. This is the exact footage that the DOJ is using to build their conspiracy cases. You've got William Kelly right there in the middle of it, filming himself while service is being disrupted. Whether you agree with the protest or not, doing this inside a house of worship changed the legal game. This is why the FBI is stepping in with civil rights charges. They're treating this as an interference with religious freedom. It's not just a trespassing charge anymore. It's a federal case.
You're arresting and why, launching a public online database exposing every illegal alien that they've rounded up. You can even filter the list by the crime that they committed, the country of origin, the state they were arrested in, which means it's now all out in the open. The receipts are all public, and you can see how many murderers, child predators they've detained. It's actually pretty frightening with sexual assault, homicide, child predator arrested. Where were they arrested? St. Paul, Minnesota. This guy convicted of criminal sexual conduct with a kid. Arrested where? Minneapolis. What you notice is they've all been convicted. Do you see the top line? Convicted of. We're talking about thousands of pages of these creeps. And Ilhan Omar and Minnesota Democrats were letting these people just walk around the city.
This is the part that's actually shocking people. DHS just launched this Worst of the Worst website, and it's essentially a public, searchable database of every criminal illegal alien they've detained. If you look closely at the screen, you can see these aren't just minor infractions. We're talking about serious, violent convictions. The transparency here is a massive political weapon. They're letting people search by state and city to show exactly who was living in their neighborhoods. It's a high-stakes move to win over public opinion on these mass deportations.
Another really thing about this, the woman that they've just arrested, I talked a little bit about this on The Five yesterday because Cam Cawthorn, he writes for Fox Digital, and he had a piece about her. So she's been doing professional protesting and organizing for a long time. She gets a lot of grants from different nonprofits, and she's always made more money than she has spent. So, like, there's a financial incentive for her. There's a business model for these types of things.
Even the news anchors seem surprised by how fast Pam Bondi is moving. They're reporting on the arrest of Nikema Levy-Armstrong, a major figure in Minneapolis activism. When you see names like this getting picked up by federal agents, you know the war room they set up in Minnesota is fully operational. Bondi is directing this personally from the ground. It's clear they aren't just targeting the people on the street. They're going after the organizers and the high-profile names.
Officers with very little identification, sometimes no identification, wearing plain clothes and masks. And we have a stand your ground law that says that if you reasonably believe that your life is in danger and you're in your house or your car or on your property, that you can defend yourself with lethal force.
I want to be careful with that and understand what you're saying, because you know how that could be interpreted.
Well, but it's the fact. It's the fact that we have a stand your ground law, and we have in other states ununiformed, masked people who can't be identified as police officers. That is a problem. That's why it's so important to have uniforms and to be identified, especially in a state like Arizona that has a stand your ground law. Now, if someone were to, now you're not allowed to shoot a peace officer.
Now, look at the pushback. This is Arizona's Attorney General basically telling federal agents to watch their backs. She's reminding everyone that Arizona is a stand your ground state. That is a heavy warning to give to federal law enforcement. We're looking at a potential constitutional crisis where state officials are signaling to citizens that they can defend their property against federal raids. The divide between the DOJ and these state AGs is widening every single day. This is far from over. I'll keep you updated as the DOJ appeals that judge's decision on Don Lemon. Like and follow for the next breakdown.